Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and today we're going to be doing a versus video between the Under Armour Curry 305 or the 3Z5 and the Curry 8 Flow, right? So there is a very big price difference in both of these shoes, right? So the 305 is 80 bucks, very cheap, and doubling that, the Curry 8 is $160. So yeah, it's a very big price difference, and we're gonna see which one is better as far as performance goes, and should you just go with the cheaper counterpart, right? So if you guys do want to cop either of these shoes, I'll leave a link in the description box, but let's get it started off with the Tracciones, and the Curry 8 is better. The Curry 8 is just like freaking top tier traction, one of the best traction patterns that you can get. It's extremely good, almost too good, to the point where if you stop, like, it stops a little bit too hard, and like sometimes when I stop it hurts my foot a little bit because of how hard it stops. That's just how good the traction is. So if you guys see the Curry 8, obviously there is no rubber outsole, it's just this flow midsole, and durability also is pretty damn good. I played in this shoe outdoors a good amount, and there's really not a whole lot of wear and tear. I would just say it's normal. So if you play in it outdoors, you should be okay. Obviously you're going to run through it pretty much the same as a rubber outsole, I would say. And of course on dust, it picks up pretty much no dust either. The 305 on the other hand, we have a rubber outsole. It is a pretty cool pattern nonetheless, and we have a good amount of flex screws here in the forefoot as well as here in the heel. I don't know why there's flex screws here, but anyways, yeah, so the bite on a clean court is really good as well. Obviously not as hard as the Curry 8, but still a really good bite nonetheless. It does pick up a little bit of dust though, and I did find myself wiping, not frequently, but I still found myself wiping, as opposed to the Curry 8, which I really did not have to wipe at all. But also durability, I would say, is pretty good as well. You know, there are some soft spots here, like really thin and soft spots here in the rubber, and then there are some thick parts in the rubber as well where it seems a lot more durable. So I'm not sure, just take it with a grain of salt. I did not play with the 305 on an outdoor court, but I'm guessing it'll probably be on par with the Curry 8, right? So as far as the performance goes, the 305 is still really good, but the Curry 8 is just better. All right, moving on to the heel to toe transition, is extremely smooth in both of the shoes, right? So if you guys look at the shape, here in the heel, we got a nice curved shape. And then here in the forefoot, we got a nice curved shape as well. And then for the forefoot flex, look at the Curry 8, super flexible. And then for the 305, super flexible as well. So when you're running down the court in both of these shoes, it feels really smooth and very fluid. I don't know what it is, but Curry shoes, or just Under Armour shoes in general, do heel to toe transition really well. Their shoes never really feel clunky to me. All right, moving on to the cushioning setup. So the Curry 8 uses Flow. It's a new cushioning technology, or a new foam from them, and it's okay. You know, it's very low to the ground, and here in the heel we have a little bit of compression, I would say. Pretty similar to the 305. The 305, I would say, has a little bit more compression, feels just a tiny bit softer. It is full length micro G here in the 305. As far as the court feel goes, I would say it's pretty much the same. Impact protection, pretty much the same. Maybe the 305 is a little bit better, but for the most part, they're both very responsive feeling cushioning setups. So that's what Under Armour likes to do, or I guess like Curry, right? I'm guessing, like, seeing from his entire shoe line, he doesn't like to feel anything from his cushion all too much, right? He probably just likes a very minimal setup in his cushion, which you can see throughout his entire shoe line. So very responsive cushioning setups with adequate impact protection, very low to the ground feel as well. Cushioning setup, I pretty much tied up. All right, moving on to the materials. So the Curry 8 has way better materials, of course. We got a knit upper, a full-on knit upper throughout this entire upper, and then where the tongue's supposed to be, we got a nice stretchy knit material, as well as here in the collar. So that feels very stretchy and nice when it kind of like stretches over your foot. Here in the 305 though, I mean, it is 80 bucks, so quality wise it's not going to be as nice as a Curry 8, but on foot it still feels extremely nice, right? So we have this mesh material, we have a little bit of fuse here in the toe box, but it feels nice and cozy, and also thin. For the tongue, we have a good amount of padding. I would say they both feel nice, right? I do like the stretchy knit material where it stretches over your foot here in the Curry 8, but also here in the tongue, this foam padding feels really nice on top of your foot. And then as far as the ankle padding, I would say there's a minimal, like very little padding besides here in the back of the heel where your Achilles is for the 305. The Curry 8 has a good amount of more padding, I would say, here in the ankle area, so that feels a little bit more cozy. So on foot, they both feel really nice. I would say the Curry 8 feels a little bit like bit better because it has better quality. But is it worth $80 more? I don't know. So quality, Curry 8 is way better, but on foot, they both feel pretty nice. All right, moving on to the fit. So the fit here in the Curry 8 runs short, so I would suggest going up half a size. Here in the 305, I went true to size and it fits me very, very well. And for the most part, they both fit me extremely well, right? So lengthwise, I was good to go. Both of these shoes, like I said, Curry 8 half a size up. And then widthwise, they're both slightly narrow. And then here in the toe box, they're both quite snug as well. So they both fit my foot really, really well. It just seems like Curry's foot shape is pretty similar to mine. So all of Curry's shoes fit my foot really, really well. One thing I really like about the Curry 8 though is that it's extremely easy to put on. You know, you have this stretchy knit collar, so you can put your foot into the shoe kind of like a sock. It's extremely easy. 305 is just a tongue. I mean, it's obvious, it's not hard to put your foot in, but it's just super easy to put your foot into the shoe here in the Curry 8. All right, moving on to the support and lockdown. For lateral containment, I would say they're both pretty damn good. The Curry 305, I would say, is a little bit better because of this leather material. This leather material, or it's probably synthetic leather, feels a little bit more rigid. And I didn't really feel like my foot was coming out of the footbed at all here in the 305. The Curry 8, I also didn't really have any issues, right? But I would say if you're a little bit heavier, you're gonna feel the lateral containment issues a little bit more if you're like a super shifty, heavy dude here in the Curry 8. So just watch out for that. But for me personally, they're both adequate. And then for lateral stability, I wonder which one is wider. Let's see. I would say the Curry 8 is just a tiny bit wider. And of course, this wide kind of like base is very good for lateral stability, because the wider the base is, the harder it is to roll your ankle, right? So because of that, probably the Curry 8 is a little bit better for lateral stability, right? But the Curry 305 is still good. But one thing that I didn't really like about the 305 though is this kind of like mid-cut thing. I don't know what they have going on here. It wasn't like super annoying though. I just felt it kind of like it was digging into my ankle a little bit because of this cut, right? But the foam is very soft, so it didn't hurt, but it was just kind of annoying. The Curry 8 is pretty much a full-on low-top shoe. So I mean, I like that better. I like low tops better. I just like how it feels. So obviously, I'm gonna go with the Curry 8 for that. But if you want a little bit of something here on your ankle, like 305 is the better option. All right, moving on to the weight of the shoe. I'm guessing the Curry 8 is gonna be lighter, right? So 10.62 ounces for the Curry 8. And the 305 is 12.24 ounces. So the 305 is still light, or I guess lighter than, a little bit lighter than average, but the Curry 8 is extremely, extremely light. So that's one thing I love about the Curry 8. It just feels super minimal. The 305, it definitely feels heavier, but it doesn't feel bulky or anything. And both of these shoes feel very responsive when you're playing in them. All right, moving on to the aesthetics. What do you guys think looks better? I mean, obviously the 305 took a lot of inspiration from the Curry 8, right? I don't know, I would say I like the Curry 8 better. You know, there's way better colorways, and the 305 definitely looks like, you know, like a cheaper version of the Curry 8. And obviously, because it is, you know? So tell us what you guys think looks better down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up. So the Curry 8 is a top tier performer, right? I absolutely love playing in the shoe. 305 is a top tier performer as well. I absolutely love playing in 305. So which one is better? So I would say the Curry 8 is the better performer, right? But is it worth $80 more? I don't think it is. You know, the 305, like I said, is a banger, especially for the price. So if you're trying to save money, but you still want a good performer with adequate cushion, like it's soft here in the heel, good traction, picks up a little bit of dust, materials a little bit cheap, but feels great on foot, support's there, fits great. If you don't mind any of those things and you like, or you don't mind how the shoe looks, then the 305 is a great option. If you want the best of everything and you're rolling in the dough and you're balling, then the Curry 8, 160 bucks, that ain't nothing. The Curry 8 is the overall better performer, I would say, and you can't really go wrong with the Curry 8. So anyways, that about wraps up this video. Again, if you guys do want to cop either of these shoes, I'll leave a link in the description box. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.